service. With superior service bumper to bumper, we'll treat your vehicle like it's your mother's. Doesn't get any better than that. So call 402-488-8934 and HIS Auto will make you glad you did. 5% off, mention this ad, and for sure your mother will be proud you called. 402-488-8934, HIS Auto Care, 7th and Van Doren. God bless you.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Infrastructure, a veteran-owned local company proudly serving Lincoln, Lancaster County, and the surrounding areas. Bauer provides quality work at an affordable price, and they're growing rapidly. If you want to experience a career with a fast-paced, family-friendly environment, visit BauerInfrastructure.com. They have top-of-the-line benefits, year-round work, even through the winter. Bauer, usher in the new era of infrastructure to an area near you. And as always, go Big Red.
Anderson Ford in Lincoln has 2 convenient locations, which means 2 times the customer service, 2 times the inventory, and 2 times the ability to get you in the car of your dreams. Whether you visit us on the north side or the south side, you'll find more selection and a team that's always on your side. When you're looking for a better way to buy your next Ford, visit Anderson Ford in Lincoln, where exceptional service meets unbeatable selection.
When you were a kid, clubs were cool. Robotics club and space club and stuff like that. But what do adults get? Book clubs and quilting clubs? Nah, forget that. How about margarita clubs and old-fashioned clubs? Get to Upside Bar and Lounge for the best clubs in town. Try all 10 varieties of Upside margaritas or old-fashions and take home a free souvenir glass. Grab the whole crew and pair it with taco night on Mondays or whiskey Wednesdays. Upside Bar and Lounge at 29th and Pine Lake.
MWR is dedicated to building attractive, affordable steel buildings that exceed your expectations. From commercial to residential to agriculture storage, steel buildings are cost-effective, attractive, and versatile. Plus, they're a lasting investment and an ideal choice. MWR uses Sentinel Building Systems out of Albion and can service you all over the state and region. If you have interest in a steel building, post-frame building, or fencing, give MWR a call today at 402-980-5273 or go to mwrbuildingandfence.com. Empower a child today with the Teammates Mentoring Program by building a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future 1 week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting lincolnteammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today.
Rain, snow, or shine, John Henry's is here to keep your home's plumbing systems working properly no matter what kind of weather Nebraska throws at us. From unclogging toilets and drains to installing new water heaters and water treatment systems, John Henry's is your plumbing expert in the Lincoln and Omaha communities. Visit us at calljh.com or call John Henry's.
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing, Heating and Air,
and Electrical.
You're listening to Bock and the Blackshirt.
Terrell Farley.
Defending Terrell Farley,
who last week in his first start was a holy terror, number 43.
And Jake Bockoven. On air and online at theticketfm.com. Powered by Bauer.
Welcome to Bock and the Blackshirt here on 93.7 The Ticket. Today is October the 10th. 2025, the Huskers will travel to College Park, Maryland tomorrow to play Maryland University October 11th at 2:30 for their first road game of the season. I think the weather is going to be kind of shaky a little bit, Bach. I think it's 67 degrees, and it's going to be on Big Ten Network for the people who wants to watch the game, and you can always listen. Do Husker radios do road games?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Oh, okay. Well, I didn't know that. Learn something new every day. All right, Bach, let's start with tonight. Stripe out is what they're calling it for the women's volleyball game tonight. How did that go, Bach? I've never heard of that.
Well, yeah, they're going to do red and white, so you got to wear the whatever you're supposed to be. I don't know if they have shirts that they're handing out. Sometimes that can kind of help as far as letting you know, but sometimes it's blocked off one way or the other. They let their season tickets holders know, so hopefully it looks good. Should look aesthetically.
Do you
nice
think it would
TV.
be correct
Yeah, I mean, I think for that small of arena, as opposed to doing it, in a football game or something, they'll be able to do. I think they've had success even doing that with like basketball before. So again, I think with kind of the smaller crowd size, it's more easy to get everybody on board. And it's not, it's you're not going outside the colors, right? I mean, the blackout. The concern is, that's not necessarily one of Nebraska's two colors. It is their third color that they seem to use, but it's not officially a color.
All right, we'll see if they can do it. I'm still kind of optimistic about the blackout that we're having because of the older crowd. When we talk about the ticket holders that probably don't believe in other things besides scarlet and white, so you have to watch out for stuff like that.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting when that USC game comes along. Of course, still a few games ahead of that. It is interesting because now USC getting back to playing Michigan this week. I said it last week before the Nebraska-Michigan State game. Nebraska had 4 games in between between last week and heading up to USC, having USC come down here, and USC had 2. So they've got another bye week between those games. So we'll see, but we'll learn a little bit more about USC this week when they match up with Michigan. Of course, Nebraska had an interesting game with Michigan, ended up only losing by 3. USC beats Michigan, might give you an idea of the test that's coming in here. If they play them close, I think, which is what a lot of people expect. Nebraska, USC might be close to on the same level field.
What if they blow them out?
Well, then we might be in trouble.
All right, Bock. Husker Media Day for women's and men basketball wrapped up the other day. I think the Husker men are expected to finish 14th in the league in basketball. I don't know what the women's was. Do you have any idea what it was?
I could try to pull it up, see if they did a media poll.
But 14th, and I would think we'll be a little better than that. I know not having Juwan Gary is going to kind of hurt this year with scoring wise, but I think this team should be okay.
Yeah, we'll see. It's going to be, again, like you said, without those pillars that have been here for Nebraska each of the last 2 years, in few years, I should say, in Bryce Williams and Juwan Gary, and they lean so heavily on Bryce Williams that they're going to have to make their adjustments. I don't mind the media from the outside and in the Big Ten overall saying, you know what, we're going to have to wait to kind of see what this roster looks like. They did pretty good in the portal. It wasn't a lot of earth-shaking moves, but pretty good for what Nebraska is attempting to do. I think they're going to be able to shoot pretty well from the perimeter. They believe they can put 5 guys out there, several different rotations worth of putting 5 guys out there. That's going to put pressure on the defense. So I'm excited to see what they can do. It is interesting, though, because you always go back to by season's end or mid-season, I always like to think, well, what are preseason expectations? And maybe that's less fair to do for basketball than it is football, because football, you kind of have a general idea. And obviously we see, we really don't know anything, but you kind of have a general idea of what the expectations are. Basketball, it's tough. I mean, it's even tough. I was asking Austin, is this a team that you expect a tournament from? Do you want, are you going to hold them accountable, hold the feet to the fire if they don't get there? And it's just tough to say. I mean, I don't know if they come in on the national radar with NCAA tournament expectations. But obviously that kind of puts you more on the NIT and in the crown type of expectations. Obviously, Nebraska fans, that we've been there. You just saw them win the crown. You want to see them take that step up. So we'll see what happens for Nebraska. But I'm not surprised they're not anybody's dark horse or favorites heading into the Big Ten season.
All right, Bock, let's shift it over to the NBA. LeBron James out 3 to 4 weeks is set to miss the opener for the LA Lakers right there. Lakers in 5. You got to get my music too, Bock, coming up, because starting Monday when basketball come up, we're going to have a little basketball section that we're going to do here on Bock in the Black Shirt with Lakers in 5.
That did not play out for you at all in the playoffs, which I was pleased to see. By the way, they did do a preseason poll for women's, but they only did the top 5 teams, and Nebraska was not among them. So I wouldn't expect they'd be picked too far behind in those in that side of the idea. I think that team you do expect maybe an NCAA tournament appearance from.
So they're picking Purdue men and UCLA women.
Yeah.
Juju Watkins is not going to be probably playing at the beginning of the season because she tore her knee up in the tournament, or the Big Ten tournament, wasn't it?
Yeah, unfortunately. And they've got USC at fourth. So on the women's side, the Big Ten rankings, UCLA, Maryland, Michigan, USC, and Ohio State.
Okay. I could go with that.
Yeah.
All right, Bach. Are we going to go to break, or are we going to roll it a little bit longer? Because I want you to give me some Boston talk with your Celtics coming up, since basketball season is coming around, just to see where Jason Tatum and everything else is at right now with the Celtics.
Yeah, I can give you a little bit of Celtics talk. Unfortunately, they're not going to be. I'm not going to be able to probably do it as often. I don't know how many people are interested in the middle of the league rather than the top, where the Celtics have been. They don't have a whole lot of expectation as far as being near the top. They, after Jason Tatum, obviously the injury, and there's video the other day of him dunking already. Of course, tore his Achilles though, so he's expected to be out, if not all of the season, most of the season, majority of the season, maybe able to come back by the playoffs. And that's really the hope for the Celtics, is that the rest of the roster can kind of put something together at least to get them to the playoffs. But it's not great. They don't really have too much in the front court. I mean, it's a lot of it'd be easy just to say, hey, Jaylen Brown's got to earn that money now, and he does. But remember, they got rid of Drew Holiday and Kristaps Porzingis and just Al Horford. I mean, a majority of the team. Derek White's still there. Peyton Pritchard's still there. They did go out in Baylor Shireman's still on the bench. He might get a bigger role this time. Derek White, if I didn't mention, is on the team. Sam Hauser still. So some of the names that you might remember from recent years for them. They did pick up Anthony Simmons, which I think could be a big deal for them as far as at least competing. But they definitely figured to be more of a middle to back half of the Eastern Conference, unless they get some surprisingly good results from the front court, because they just don't have a whole lot. They signed Luka Garza.
So they're going to be down there, probably the 8th, 9th best team down there with the Hawks.
Yeah, probably somewhere down there. Glad they're not playing in the West, because there's just too much depth. I don't think they'd make the playoffs at all in the West.
All right, Bach. I got the NBA list of the top 10 players for 2025. I want to see, do you agree with it? I'm gonna go from start from the bottom. Number 10, Jalen Brunson. Number 9, Kevin Durant. Number 8, LeBron James. Number 7, Steph Curry. Number 6, Anthony Edwards. Number 5, Victor Wembanyama. Number 4, Giannis
Antetokounmpo.
Giannis, whatever his name is. 3, Luka. 2, SGA. And 1, Joker. Anything on this list would you change about it?
No, I actually kind of like that. I think Nikola Jokic has probably earned that. SGA, we're going to see if they can repeat. So that's that falls in line there. Obviously you kind of, if you haven't paid attention to the NBA, I guess in the last couple of seasons, you might be surprised to hear Durant and Curry and LeBron in the back half of that. But that's kind of passing the torch. That's what's been happening the last couple of years. We'll see. I mean, Durant hanging on by a thread. If the expectation, and by the way, hanging on to being in the top 10 by a thread, still pretty darn good basketball player. But that's maybe the biggest intrigue this year is if his move to Houston is going to elevate the Rockets. Remember, they were a high seed last year, so they kind of blew up a little bit of their nucleus to go all in and try to win one with Durant. But those experiments over the last couple of years have not worked out in Phoenix or in Brooklyn. So we'll see if he can kind of continue that. You mentioned LeBron already out for the first couple of games. And certainly I think the Golden State Warriors are interesting with Steph Curry, of course, and Jimmy Butler. They were one of the better teams down the stretch last year post, getting Jimmy Butler.
All right, Buck, your boy from San Antonio, he did grow, they said.
Yeah.
What he went from 7'3" or 7'2" to 7'5"?
Yeah, I mean, that was the fear, is that they did. So they had the media day, and they had a reporter take the same picture 1 year to the second year, and she looks significantly smaller. Yeah, he's listed at 7'5" now, Victor Wembanyama.
And what did you call it? What did you just say before that? It's scary?
Well, it's scary for him. Yeah.
It ain't scary, Buck. He got dunked on the other night. You didn't hear about that?
Dunked on.
Yeah, he got posterized the other day.
Well, I mean, just look at him though. Just
75 all stick and bones, Bach. He needs weight. He needs weight. He probably doesn't even weigh 200.
Well, I mean, he's averaged a double-double so far to this point in his career. Last year went up from 21 points to 24 points, averaging close to 4 blocks a game, a couple steals a game. He's lengthy too. His shooting got better last year from beyond the arc, from around 33% as a rookie to 35% last season, and he was taking significantly more. Took about 9 of those a game. I think it's scary because he's 21 years old and he's 7'5", and so you only expect him to get better over the next 7 years. Again, with big men like that, you got to worry about knees and injuries like that. But for him, you could say he needs to add weight. Usually, that's what can cause some of those knee issues.
Well, Zion lost weight, so he should have got some of that weight that Zion left that lost. But Zion looks like a new man. Is that real or is that AI, Bob?
I believe that's real. But we'll have to see if that,
he looks like a totally different person.
Yeah, but he needed to. You would think, this was for years they've talked about potentially him losing some weight. Again, is that going to affect how he plays? The idea more is for him to play more, right? He's just not out there enough. When he does play, he's been really solid. So it's a bit of a risk, but we'll see how he can play at this weight, and maybe if he can play a little bit more at this weight.
Preseason champs for you, Bach. Let's hear your preseason NBA champs.
Well, I'm not going to go out, too far on the limb.
Minnesota.
OKC's right there. I think Denver took OKC to 7 games. I know they're it's kind of still settling some things in there, but I never would keep my eyes off Denver there.
Well, you know what it is for me. Lakers in 5. 93.7 The Ticket. Bock in the Black Shirt. We'll be right back.
Anderson Ford in Lincoln has 2 convenient locations, which means 2 times the customer service, 2 times the inventory, and 2 times the ability to get you in the car of your dreams. Whether you visit us on the north side or the south side, you'll find more selection and a team that's always on your side. When you're looking for a better way to buy your next Ford, visit Anderson Ford in Lincoln, where exceptional service meets unbeatable selection.
MWR is dedicated to building attractive, affordable steel buildings that exceed your expectations. From commercial to residential to agriculture storage, steel buildings are cost-effective, attractive, and versatile. Plus, they're a lasting investment and an ideal choice. MWR uses Sentinel Building Systems out of Albion and can service you all over the state and region. If you have interest in a steel building, post-frame building, or fencing, give MWR a call today at 402-980-5273 or go to mwrbuildingandfence.com.
Go Hog Wild Pit Barbecue.
It's hard to choose a favorite at Hog Wild, but I'd have to say it's their award-winning ribs. Hog Wild buys their meat from those who share their high-quality standards, then hand rubs each slab with their famous seasoning blend and slow smokes them over hickory each and every day for flavor and tenderness you're gonna keep coming back for. Order online at GoHogWild.com. Hog Wild Pit Barbecue, 3210 Cornhusker Highway in Lincoln.
But don't be late, we close at 8.
Fall is here, and so are cooler temps, darker evenings, and slick roads. Is your vehicle ready for the change in season? At A1 Automotive, we've got you covered. From tire checks, brake inspections, batteries, and heater systems, we make sure your car is road ready for the Nebraska winters ahead. Don't wait until the first frost. Schedule your fall car care checkup today and drive with confidence all season long. A1 Automotive, always honest answers.
Empower a child today with the Teammates Mentoring Program by building a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future 1 week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting LincolnTeammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today.
Hey there, this is Paul Scheel, owner of High Electric. I want to thank our friends and loyal customers and introduce High Electric to those looking for a new electrician. We've been serving the Lincoln and Omaha area for over 30 years, from design to install, upgrades, and repair. If you are a homeowner or a small business needing some electrical work, call us at 402-466-6606 or check us out at hyelectric.com. We look forward to hearing from you.
Get rid of pesky critters once and for all with Bats to Rats. Their expert team is here to help you reclaim your home. No more sleepless nights caused by crawling critters or flapping wings. Bats to Rats ensures a safe environment for every family member. Check the website at batstorats.com for amazing offers. And if you mention this ad, you'll receive $10 off your initial inspection cost. Call Bats to Rats today at 402-781-8691. That's 402-781-8691. Bats to Rats.
Hi, Sean Callahan here, and I've got some great news for you. Koppel Chevrolet GMC is proud to be the #1 fastest growing GMC dealer in the Omaha and Lincoln metros. Koppel is also celebrating its 50th anniversary. We want to say thank you to all of our customers that have helped us reach these milestones. So come see why so many customers, including myself, are choosing Koppel Chevrolet GMC for their automotive needs. Please check us out at koppelcars.com.
Are you looking to upgrade or improve the garage door on your home? This is Cameron Hall of Doors Plus. At Doors Plus, we guarantee to offer a wide selection of options from 5 leading garage door manufacturers as we deliver a free estimate, exact measurements, and rapid installation with a 3 to 5 week time frame. When you choose Doors Plus for your residential garage door needs, you'll work with our experienced technicians and be ensured that your new door seamlessly complements your home. Give us a call at 402-590-5800 or visit us online at DoorsPlusLLC.com. Doors Plus, garage doors, and more.
When you were a kid, clubs were cool. Robotics club and space club and stuff like that. But what do adults get? Book clubs and quilting clubs? Nah, forget that. How about margarita clubs and old-fashioned clubs? Get to Upside Bar and Lounge for the best clubs in town. Try all 10 varieties of Upside margaritas or old fashions and take home a free souvenir glass. Grab the whole crew and pair it with taco night on Mondays or whiskey Wednesdays. Upside Bar and Lounge at 29th and Pine Lake. Hey guys, it's Nick. Join me and Jay Foreman this Friday night as we bring you Bellevue West versus Lincoln Southwest, live from Seacrest Field with kickoff scheduled for 7 p.m. Lincoln Southwest has won 2 games in a row thanks to a convincing 35-13 win versus Lincoln Northeast last week, and they now get ready to face off against the Thunderbirds. Pre-game is slated for 6:45 p.m. with kickoff expected at 7 p.m., and you can hear all the action between Bellevue West and Lincoln Southwest unfold right here on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
You're listening to Bock and the Blackshirt, on air and online at theticketfm.com.
All right, welcome back to Bock and the Blackshirt, 93.7 The Ticket. We are powered
by
Bauer,
Infrastructure,
Bauer,
Underground,
Brett,
Excavating.
All righty, it's a Good Sense Friday here at The Ticket, and thanks to Good Sense for the subs we eat every Friday here at 93.7 The Ticket. Bock, let's do a little something different today. Let's go to the little Matt Rule. Was it from yesterday before they traveled? Let's listen to some of that. See, if, matter of fact, Bob, I wonder how many people we got are traveling to the game tomorrow, you know, to support the Huskers. Let's see if anybody on the text line is traveling to Maryland today or already down there. Let's see how many people that we can get to say that they're going to be at the game tomorrow in College Park, Maryland for Nebraska versus Maryland. Let's get Matt Rule here.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what the Husker crowd looks like. Let's get for them about the travel roster, because most importantly, we got to know who's traveling with the Husker football team.
Now, you know, there's some guys that would love to take that we've been taking to the hotel we can't take, but you know, this time of year, some of the attrition starts to set in. So it was somewhat clear. You always feel bad for the guys who, you know, they've been traveling all of a sudden now they can't. That's you know, 4 or 5 guys who care, but pretty clean.
There you go. There's his thoughts on the traveler roster. I know a lot of people are particularly interested. Matt Rule didn't spend too much time on it, but preparing for the weather, but that could potentially factor into tomorrow's game. If I can get the computer to agree with me.
Yeah, it looks like initially it looked like it wouldn't get to us. You know, Susan does a great job of every day updates the weather and wind, but yeah, we did wet ball stuff during the course of the week. We much prefer rain to wind. So the rain, you know, we practice outside here. We never go inside. So, you know, we pretty much prepare for it all year, but we did do wet balls this week just to be prepared for it.
Are we a better team with wet balls, you think, Buck? I mean, I'm kind of hung up on that part right there because I'm just if it rains hard enough, I think passing would be not the best, but and especially with the running wise too, when you have slippery balls and stuff. But are we a better team when it's wet?
I wouldn't think so, but like you said, if they prefer that to win, so you're still going to get more precise throwing, less dealing with, we saw the punting game. Archie Wilson have to struggle with that win last week a little bit more. So you can see it. Hopefully, they played in it seems like the Pinstripe Bowl. There was some rain in there, so I mean they've played in some of these games as long as it's not a downpour. If it's just a little bit of rain, I don't think it'll bother them too much. But I should ask you. I mean, you obviously
I'm not. I
game.
hate rain.
You did not like it.
I do not like getting wet playing football. That's one of my. I wouldn't say it's a pet peeve, but it's one of those situations where you just don't like being wet, tackling, and running. And I mean, I played football in all type of weathers, but the rain is by far the most that I hate. Just because it's cold, when like sometimes the rain is very cold and it takes your body a minute to warm up. I mean, just you can't just run down there on kickoff and think you're warmed up. You got to play a couple of snaps, especially when it's cold and it's raining. I'd rather be cold than wet though.
Yeah, fair enough. Especially, I mean, we all know
got jackets on the sideline, heaters on the sideline, everything. I'll tell you the story how I burnt my tights. One time during the game, it was Oklahoma back in '95. I was so cold, and I was out the game. I think I was out the game, Bock. I mean, we was out the game, and it was cold, Bock. It had to be probably about 10, 15 degrees in Memorial Stadium back in the 90s. And I was standing by a heater. I guess I was standing too close to it because it just melted my tights. Like I was like, oh my
Your
God.
football pants.
Yeah, my football tights.
Yeah,
I had tights. So they gave us black tights.
Okay.
That we can wear up on our game pants. So I had them on, and next thing you know, I just got a big hole on the side of it. Now it's a different story, Bock. When I was in high school, we didn't know anything about the tights. We had to go buy the black pantyhose that the women used to wear and use those as tights when I was in high school. Yeah, because we was poor. I mean, we didn't have money to go out there. I mean, we didn't even know anything about tights like they are now.
Off the text line, him and Bean says nothing worse than wet socks.
Yeah. Just wet. Nothing. I mean, running down the field, you wet socks.
Yeah.
And then you take your socks off and your feet are wrinkled up, look like you're about 130 years old. It's just, I mean, I'm not a fan of rain games.
Yeah. Did it affect you? Remember, did it affect your footing all that much? Or were you able still to kind of maneuver out there well?
Oh, yeah. I mean, football, but you just don't want to fall on the ground. And, you kind of hesitate how you do things when you're wet.
All right, let's get back to Rule here, talking about the performing in a true road environment. Of course, this is Nebraska's first true road game.
Yeah, Andy Reid says all great teams do three things. They eliminate distractions, they create their own energy, they fear nothing and attack everything. And I think the first two are very, very applicable when you're on the road. We won't have what I think is the best student section in the world. We won't have them there an hour and a half before the game cheering for us. We won't have our own locker rooms, our own things. So you're in a new place. It's just us. Now we're obviously blessed that our fans travel at a high level, but you get the point of, being in Memorial Stadium, obviously. So you have to create your own energy. It has to come from brotherhood and caring about each other and the love of watching your teammate, make a play and cheering each other on. So that juice has to come from us, and you have to eliminate the distractions, right? I'm lucky that we have a guy like Corey Campbell that, he does the travel meeting for me. I don't have to get up there and be like, remember, I'm lucky that we have a guy like Mitch Cholowinski, sports science, who just, they eliminate all those distractions. What Kristen does, taking our own chefs on the road and all that, like cooking for our guys, eliminates that distraction. And then, Susan, Thomas Bowling, they work so hard on the travel, and hey, we think it's going to take this long to get here. So eliminating those distractions, because we don't want to make excuses, and we don't want to let others make them for us. And so I think you do that, then all of a sudden you turn going on the road, which can be, it's a little bit harder. You turn it into a positive. And I think all of our guys are really, really excited to get in the hotel and spend 2 nights together and, chill and at the same time go work for a common goal.
Well, I don't know. Coach Osborne did it a lot different. He did it with less people. So, and to control a lot of guys that, we were some wild kids back in the 90s. I mean, I don't think we had any bad guys like that, but you always have a couple out of the bunch that does things their way when they go out of town. Me, I'm a guy who likes to chill in the hotel, watch TV. We really didn't have enough time to ourselves. I mean, we got there in the afternoon. Like, they have a lot of time today on their hands. So, I mean, guys probably bought their PlayStations. They want to chill out and go to the movies. We do go to movies on away games. So, I just think it's the fact that, they a day early. Now you got to figure out how you're going to handle this whole another day instead of just one day. It's 2 days now.
Yeah. Has there ever been a time, I don't know if Nebraska would, I don't even, it's hard to even think of a time other when it's like there's, maybe toxic or, Penn State situation right now where we would want to play on the road, like looking forward to getting on the road on the teammates and maybe getting away from home. And they played so many straight home games, but at the same time, like you said, I mean, you get the student section, you get the crowd going in Lincoln. It's hard to imagine that would be the case now, but
I love playing on the road. The road games are the best because you get to shut they crowd up. And I don't know if we had the ability to do that in this day and age, but we did. Yeah. We had the ability to take the whole crowd out the game. I mean, they could be hooping and hollering the first 2 quarters, but come third, fourth quarter, they're gone. Yeah. Or either they're drunk and they don't want to say anything else. So, road games are great to me, especially when you go. I remember this, Bock, just like it was yesterday. I was running and I looked. I was at Michigan State and we played them, and I was running by their student section and I looked up. I was like, man, those are some pretty girls right there. Maybe I went to the wrong school. And I was just looking up there. And how you just took me about a good 20, 30 second look. I was like, man, those girls look good. So next thing you know, I just turned around and ran back to the huddle. So it's just, you want to see different things on the field. You know, it's football.
Yeah.
You're not just going to be looking straight at it. I mean, you're going to look in the crowd. You're going to look and see what the crowd vibe is. I mean, you could tell the vibe of the crowd, how the game starts and how they cheer. But never once have I been to a stadium that was a visitor stadium that was loud like Nebraska. Never. Never.
Yeah, I don't expect that from College Park, Maryland.
And I don't expect too many people to travel on way to the East Coast like that. I mean, I know we travel to games like Washington and Oregon and games like that in the past, but I just don't think we'll have that many people in Maryland.
Well, just because you got, trips to Los Angeles.
Yeah, the government shut down, not too much TSA. So you got to think about things like that. 93.7 The Ticket, Bock the Blackshirt. We rolling.
Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits is your place in North Lincoln to go for all your needs in wine, spirits, and beer. They also have a large variety of cigars in their walk-in humidor, and they have a top-notch walk-in temperature-controlled high-end wine room. Plus, you can enjoy free samples from their tasting bar. There's only one place to go for all your needs for spirits and cigars. That's Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits on North 27th Street in Lincoln.
Drink locally and support local business during Lincoln's Craft Beer Week, October 11th through the 18th. Great beer, cider, distillates, and more are made right here in Lincoln. For more info, visit lincoln.org/beer-week. Brought to you by Visit Lincoln. Remember to enjoy responsibly.
Make your next event unforgettable with Grazing Gouda, your local artists and experts in charcuterie and grazed tables. From boardrooms to ballrooms, they turn gatherings into experiences with stunning spreads of artesian cheeses, cured meats, fresh fruits, and gourmet bites. Perfect for corporate luncheons, weddings, parties, or any celebration that deserves a wow moment. They handle the details. You take the compliments. Book your graze table today at grazinggouda.com. Grazing Gouda, because every event deserves to be savored.
Drink locally and support local business during Lincoln's Craft Beer Week, October 11th through the 18th. Great beer, cider, distillates, and more are made right here in Lincoln. For more info, visit lincoln.org/beer-week. Brought to you by Visit Lincoln. Remember to enjoy responsibly.
Tired of asking what's for dinner? Nourished for Life has got you covered. At Nourished, they're a local meal prep company that delivers fresh, chef-crafted, healthy meals straight to your door. Made from wholesome ingredients and ready when you are. No shopping, no chopping. Just heat, eat, and enjoy every night of the week. Fuel your busy days with balanced meals that are designed to keep you satisfied and energized. Visit nourishedforlife.co to purchase meals and taste the convenience of home-cooked comfort without the hassle.
This fall, Baumgars has everything you need to get your farm ready for the season. Don't miss Fall Discount Day this Saturday, October 11th, for one day only. Get 17% off regular priced items. That's right, 17% off. From the barn to the backyard, Baumgars has you covered for all your field, farm, and fall fix-ups. Some exclusions apply. See a store associate for details. Baumgars, what you need when you need it.
Attention all Wings fans. Buffalo Wings and Rings has daily specials that will make you want to stop in on all days of the week. Kids eat free on Mondays, and on Tuesdays, enjoy 40% off boneless or traditional wings at a price that makes the whole family happy. And come back on Wednesdays for $1.39 chicken tenders all day long. Get to Wings and Rings today, 68th and O, or in Williamsburg Village.
Here at Aspen Builders, our company is building more homes today than I thought we would ever build.
Bob Benish is the founder and president of Aspen Builders, online at aspenbuildersinc.com.
You know, I am just shocked at how strong our market is here in Lincoln and at Aspen Builders. We're probably helping people right now more than ever get into a new home. We've been able to find pieces of ground we can develop affordably and keep our lot prices down a little bit. I think with our volume discounts and our office staff, 35 years of experience, we figure out a plan that's going to work great for you. We make it perfect. We make it fit your price range. All of this is part of the reason we're so busy.
Make your dream home a reality and call Aspen Builders at 423-6811. Online at aspenbuildersinc.com. Your home is waiting at Aspen Builders.
Are you looking to upgrade or improve the garage door on your home? This is Cameron Hall of Doors Plus. At Doors Plus, we guarantee to offer a wide selection of options from 5 leading garage door manufacturers as we deliver a free estimate, exact measurements, and rapid installation with a 3 to 5 week time frame. When you choose Doors Plus for your residential garage door needs, you'll work with our experienced technicians and be ensured that your new door seamlessly complements your home. Give us a call at 402-590-5800 or visit us online at doorsplusllc.com. Doors Plus, garage doors and more.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
When the clock strikes 0 after every Nebraska football game, there's only one place to go for instant coverage. Tune in for the Husker After Party Postgame Show on 93.7 The Ticket for each game, win or lose. Call in with all your takes or text the show at 464-5685 and hear quotes from the players and coaches, too. It's the Husker After Party Postgame Show, sponsored by Anderson Ford and Vinny Kreekak of State Farm Insurance.
This is Bill Mitchner, Executive Director of Lincoln Lighthouse. Did you know Lighthouse provides multiple programs for students such as one-on-one tutoring and mentoring, as well as pro-social skill exercises, while providing them a nourishing meal and a safe space during all months of the year, even during school breaks? Learn more or contribute to Lighthouse at lincolnlighthouse.org today.
93.7 The Ticket is proud to provide listeners with daily opportunities to win contests and prizes on our airwaves, and would like to take this opportunity to remind you of a couple rules. All participants must be 21 or older and must wait 30 days after winning a prize to participate in another contest. Once you win, you have 30 days to pick up your prize at the KNTK Studios, 1040 O Street in Lincoln, or your prize will be forfeited. Thank you for participating in our contest, and thank you for listening to 93.7 The Ticket.
You're listening to Bock and the Blackshirt on air and online at theticketfm.com.
All right, welcome back to Bock and the Blackshirt, 93.7 The Ticket. Bock, read that text for me.
Ohio Husker says, Blackshirt, you was just talking the other day how you would sneak out after bedtime.
I did sneak out one time. One time, Bock. And you know why I sneaked out? Because Charles Barkley invited me to a party.
Oh, yeah.
When you sneak out for that, Bock?
Yeah.
We still had like 8 days before we even played, or a week or so. You know, we was free to do what we wanted to do the first week. And I get that. But when you're invited to a party by Charles Barkley in college, yeah, you go. You go. Yeah. You sneak out.
And what was the other part of that story where you had to borrow maybe something from Tommy?
I borrowed his ID.
Yeah, to get into the
They thought I was Tommy Frazier.
Even better.
I said, I'm Tommy look better Frazier part. They know that was me. I was Tommy Twin, the beautiful one.
So did you see Charles that night?
Yeah. Seen him the night before. We got invited to the party.
Yeah.
He don't like you to call him Chuck.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah, he don't like that part. I remember that from 30 years ago. I hung around some excellent former NBA basketball players in my lifetime. Had the privilege to be around Charles Oakley, and believe me, he's like he say he is, Bob. He doesn't play.
Yeah,
he doesn't play. He will smack you for real. So you got to watch what you say and how you say it around Charles Oakley.
Well, didn't you say Garrison Hurst was there too?
Yeah, Garrison Hurst was there. He pulled up at the club. He pulled up in a Mercedes Benz. It was a nice night.
Was that the Georgia connection? Is that how you got invited, or how was that?
Well, no, we were somewhere else, and we started. And Charles Barkley was there, and we told him we played for Nebraska, and we was chilling. So he invited us to the Empire. It was a little club in Scottsdale that we went to. We had fun. Yeah. That's the only time I snuck out. I had to. I was invited.
Yeah. You didn't get in trouble or anything. You snuck back in the morning?
Snuck back in? No, I came back later on that night.
Yeah.
Just dropped me off up the street. I walked back.
Yeah.
Maneuver through things. It's like
didn't have that Ferris Bueller's Day Off thing under the blanket
or
anything like that. That's right.
Run, roll, fall. You know what I'm saying? Get back up. Stand straight up against the wall.
Oh yeah.
Next thing you know, you're in the room.
Yeah, you made it.
In bed.
You were safe.
In bed, safe.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I wasn't that type of player, man. That was a once in a lifetime opportunity right there.
Yeah,
as I thought.
Well, have you ever been to another Charles Barkley party?
Nah.
No. So it was once in a lifetime.
Yeah, it was once in a lifetime. You don't see guys like that too much often. I partied in Atlanta with the best of them, though.
Yeah.
I swear to you. Got some good stories about that, but I won't get in that part.
All right, fair enough. Let's head back to Coach Rule for the final couple sound bites from the other day. So what are you hearing from the leaders and the captains?
That they're ready to go. They respect the heck out of the team that we're facing. They know the battle that it's going to be. We're going on the road to face a 4-1 football team at their place. That's Big Ten football. So I think our veteran players and our leaders understand that it's up to them. It's not up to us as coaches. It's up to them to make sure that our team is ready to play. All we can do is give them the best schedule possible and do all the things I just talked about, the best travel, and try to eliminate the distractions. And then they're the ones who have to create the energy. I can get up and say X, but I can promise you this: when it's coming from Sierra, when it's coming from Keese, when it's coming from someone, when it's coming from Jacory, they're going to listen a lot different. And so, and then also at the end of the day, we just got to go play well. We got to play to our standard. And so I think when the players take it upon themselves, like, Coach X is going to call this, Coach Hold's going to call this, Coach Butler's going to call this. Hey, we got to bring it to life and not have it just be lines on a paper, but all of our 11 guys out there bringing their own personalities to it and blending them. That to me is the message. And so I think our guys have gotten that loud and clear. And I have really no concerns about that part of it. It's all just going to come down to the football and who plays better football.
Again, more talk about how this is kind of becoming more hand over to the team as far as the leadership, the players leading it. That's been kind of a theme through the offseason, if you remember now, up until this point, and continue to put it on the players to get this team ready.
I'm not going to answer that part. Let's go to the next one.
You don't much like that one. All right.
Yeah.
Let's move on to the next one. Just a couple more here from the other day. Rule on the importance of special teams for young players.
Yeah, special teams does two things. It develops guys with game reps, and as they start making plays with that, the game doesn't become quite as big, and so then their roles and your comfort with them and their roles goes up in other areas. And then number two, with the way that we're playing special teams and the things that we're trying to do, and taking some chances and trying to be explosive, guys are not just playing special teams; they're causing you to win. If you're out there on punt return right now, hey, go block a punt and change the game. If you're on a field goal, hey, go block a field goal and change the game. And so it's not like, hey, I'm going to go play special teams because coach wants me to play special teams. It's I'm going to go affect winning, and that's a cool mindset to have.
Obviously, special teams playing a big factor last week is Jameer Khan getting the block and Carter Nelson picking it up and rolling into the end zone. Several other occasions as well. I was talking to another former player earlier this week, and he said, he doesn't know if this team's a whole lot better than last year's teams, but the special teams has taken that giant step forward, and maybe that's allowed them as a team to look a whole lot better, despite maybe not being a whole lot better. Special teams, could that swing the game again here in Maryland?
I mean, it could. I mean, it depends how offense and defense is doing. I mean, you don't want to go out there in the road and get put in a hole so big that you can't climb yourself out of it. But, you have a chance to actually run one back this week. You had a chance last week. You had a penalty. Maybe Carter Nelson or whoever was blocking this time would not do the push in the back and try to block them from the side. I mean, it's a lot of things that this team has going for themselves, and special team is one of them, especially with punt return, punt block, punting. It's all around good effort on special teams, and it's paying off early for Eckler to have him here and to have him at Nebraska this year.
Well, and it's crazy too because you would think, special teams as a whole wouldn't have been in such a mess that it was. But I mean, I don't.
Here's the thing, though, Bock. I don't think it was a special team coach. I think it was the players you put on there. I mean, when you talk about that part, I mean, Bushini was good at punting. I mean, you actually have John Hall, who was the kicker last year. I thought he was great. Don't know how he lost his position this year. But when you think about everything else, you think about how can one guy come and turn it around? No, you turn the players around. You make the players who they are. And, you get the ones who want to play, not have to play special teams. As a starter, I had to run down there on kickoff. I had to be on punt block. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing worse feeling, Bock, than running down there the first play of the game on kickoff and then have to go play defense. So, we was a veteran team. Coach Osborne believed that starters are special team players too. So we didn't have the luxury of having young guys out there being able to run down the field.
Yeah, it's crazy to watch this growth because I think a lot of people thought, from going from that terrible of a special teams unit in every unit, right, to all of a sudden having a good unit in every unit, pump block, pass, protection.
It's the guy who's doing his stuff. It's the guy who's doing his job. I don't know if Ed Foley was doing it like he's supposed to, but you get a young, energetic guy like we got right now, who can feed off players and players can feed off him. That's what you want in a football coach. That's what you want in a special team coach. You want to be that type of coach for these players to get on, because it makes these young men feel great to see when a coach can jump in the air damn near higher than they can and make it on impact.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting. I mean, because one thing is you kind of think a standard replacement might be able to get a standard return, but they've got an excellent replacement and they've got an excellent return out of that so far. Mike Eckler, it's not just his stop here at Nebraska. I mean, he's been a top special teams assistant for years now, And whatever he's got the magic within himself to get those units to play well.
Played on Bill Snyder team. They was good at block kicks.
Yeah.
We was too, so we would block their kicks. They didn't ever block our kicks, but we would block their kicks. 93.7 The Ticket. Bock in the Black Shirt will be right back.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Limitless Male says it's all fun and games until your testosterone plummets. Testosterone levels can start falling as early as age 30 with symptoms like no energy, poor sleep, brain fog, belly fat, muscle loss, and mood swings. If this sounds familiar, get your testosterone checked at Limitless Male. We'll get you back in the game with more strength, energy, and confidence. When you feel this good, you'll wonder why you waited so long to get a free consult at Limitless Male. Get scheduled today.
At Parkview Animal Hospital in Lincoln, it's not just their professional care that sets them apart, but their warm staff and state-of-the-art facilities. Whether it's for a routine checkup or a comprehensive medical procedure, at Parkview, your pet isn't just another number, but a valued member of their caring family. Visit them at PAHLincoln.com today and in person just south of 14th and Pine Lake Road. Parkview Animal Hospital, your pet, their passion for happier, healthier, furry friends.
Here at Aspen Builders, our company is building more homes today than I thought we would ever build.
Bob Benish is the founder and president of Aspen Builders, online at aspenbuildersinc.com.
You know, I am just shocked at how strong our market is here in Lincoln and at Aspen Builders. We're probably helping people right now more than ever get into a new home. We've been able to find pieces of ground we can develop affordably and keep our lot prices down a little bit. I think with our volume discounts and our office staff, 35 years of experience, we figure out a plan that's going to work great for you. We make it perfect. We make it fit your price range. All of this is part of the reason we're so busy.
Make your dream home a reality and call Aspen Builders at 423-6811. Online at aspenbuildersinc.com. Your home is waiting at Aspen Builders.
I can't believe I just scratched that car. Find my insurance card.
Dude, what do you have in this glove box? Ew, are these socks dirty?
Oh, forget about the socks. I need my insurance card.
Just pull it up on the State Farm mobile app.
But I can do that? Oh, hey, I can do that.
Yep, it's called service.
I can file a claim on here too?
Yeah, it's called service.
Whoa, I can call my agent too?
It's called service.
Call your local State Farm agent, Vinny Krikak, today at 402-474-1173.
Are you looking to upgrade or improve the garage door on your home? This is Cameron Hall of Doors Plus. At Doors Plus, we guarantee to offer a wide selection of options from 5 leading garage door manufacturers as we deliver a free estimate, exact measurements, and rapid installation with a 3 to 5 week time frame. When you choose Doors Plus for your residential garage door needs, you'll work with our experienced technicians and be ensured that your new door seamlessly complements your home. Give us a call at 402-590-5800 or visit us online at DoorsPlusLLC.com. Doors Plus, garage doors, and more.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Infrastructure, a veteran-owned local company proudly serving Lincoln, Lancaster County, and the surrounding areas. Bauer provides quality work at an affordable price, and they're growing rapidly. If you want to experience a career with a fast-paced, family-friendly environment, visit BauerInfrastructure.com. They have top-of-the-line benefits, year-round work, even through the winter. Bauer, usher in the new era of infrastructure to an area near you. And as always, go Big Red.
Nebraska Lottery.
Do you have a new lotto game called Nebraska Pick 4?
Yes, sir. It costs just $1 to play. There's a $6,000 top prize with drawings every day, and you can choose from 6 different bet types.
Kind of like Nebraska Pick 3 with a bigger jackpot and more bet options?
Yes, sir. Any other questions I can answer?
Yeah, I misplaced my phone. Do you know where it is?
You're using it.
Ah, so I am. You lottery people know everything.
Straight bet top prize odds 1 in 10,000.
Select Plumbing and Utility has been serving Lincoln and the surrounding area for 14 years, and they're not slowing down. Select Plumbing and Utility handles all your plumbing needs, from faucets and water heaters to full renovations, and they can even help with your heating and cooling needs. They're also Lincoln's underground experts, repairing and replacing broken underground water and sewer lines since day one. Contact Select Plumbing and Utility today at 402-560-6197, assuring excellence in every situation, opportunity, and challenge. That's 402-560-6197.
This is Bill Mitchner, Executive Director of Lincoln Lighthouse. Did you know Lighthouse provides multiple programs for students such as one-on-one tutoring and mentoring, as well as pro-social skill exercises, while providing them a nourishing meal and a safe space during all months of the year, even during school breaks? Learn more or contribute to Lighthouse at lincolnlighthouse.org today.
Did you know that deer collisions are covered under the comprehensive portion of your car insurance? That means, like with hail damage or vandalism, since they are out of your control, they don't usually raise your insurance rates. And that's a good thing, since most deer don't carry liability insurance. At Eustace Body Shop, we fixed all kinds of animal collision damage, from cows to raccoons, bobcats, and even turkeys. We can't do much for the animal, but we can get your car back on all fours and looking like new again.
The most recommended Eustace Body Shop. That's who we are.
Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits is your place in North Lincoln to go for all your needs in wine, spirits, and beer. They also have a large variety of cigars in their walk-in humidor, and they have a top-notch walk-in, temperature-controlled high-end wine room. Plus, you can enjoy free samples from their tasting bar. There's only one place to go for all your needs for spirits and cigars. That's Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits on North 27th Street in Lincoln.
When your home fills up with family, Aloe Fiber makes sure that space is a happy place for everyone. Aloe Fiber experts install it all, and full service means step-by-step support, guiding you through everything so you can stay connected to what matters, and the family can always feel at home. Put the game on, and don't worry about your Wi-Fi calling a timeout. Better TV and internet service is one connection away. Call Aloe at 866-481-2556 or visit aloefiber.com.
You're listening to Bock the Blackshirt.
Terrell Farley. Defending Terrell Farley, who last week in his first start was a holy terror. Number 43.
And Jake Bakovic. On air and online at theticketfm.com. Powered by Bauer.
Welcome back to Bock the Blackshirt, 93.7 The Ticket. All right, Bock. Miami head coach Mario Cristobal said in the interview that he would like to make changes to the Heisman Trophy to be awarded after the season. The Hurricanes have two Heisman Trophy candidates on their team right now, Carson Beck and Reuben Bain Jr. But we always thought that it should be awarded after the season. You know, Tommy Frazier should have won it before the season and after the season. I don't know what other Huskers, but what other Heisman races do you think was probably not tampered with, was probably awarded wrong besides the Tommy Frazier one?
Well, I don't want to get my exact years wrong, but it seemed like every year from like 99 to like 2004 was the losing end, like the quarterback on the losing end in the college football championship game. So, I mean, it certainly would be a way to do it. Obviously, college football likes to stick to their traditions. And, if you remember back to a time when the bowl games were seen as exhibitions. And so, they gave the Heisman out at the end of the regular season because that was the season. But yeah, I mean, I think it's something that they could adjust to. And now in the playoff era, it really kind of makes you wonder and kind of think about the Heisman a little bit more. Still a great award, obviously, still one of the best awards in sports, but definitely in college football. But it almost kind of feels a little bit, and I don't want to belittle any other sports MVPs either, but you kind of get these, the regular season of the NBA MVP. That's one thing, okay, and then who cares as much when you get to the playoffs? You want to be the MVP of the playoffs. same thing in the NFL, right? It was like, it's good to get an NFL regular season MVP, but if you're not winning in the playoffs, is that really helping move your career trajectory a whole lot forward? And, you're kind of getting to the same thing now here where it's like, if you're going to play so many playoff games, what does it mean? Does it mean as much to win the Heisman? And so, I think that's kind of interesting to look at it from that angle. But yeah, I mean, he's not alone. It probably makes more sense. I mean, I don't even know if you can say probably. Obviously, it makes more sense to wait till you have a complete idea of what you're grading.
Yeah, you're right about that. All right, Bob. My favorite ex-Husker, Jeff Sims, is starting for Arizona State this weekend versus Utah.
He's nobody's favorite ex-Husker. Don't you make
He's
that
mine.
up. He can't be. By the way, Scott on YouTube says, Terrell, did you hear Sip call your name for the Husker he would most like to watch a game with? So maybe you're among his favorites.
I'm a good football guy.
Yeah.
I know my ins and outs.
That's right.
Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. You know,
That's right.
You know what I say? All right, back to my favorite Husker, Jeff
That's
Sims.
right. Your favorite former Husker.
My favorite former Husker, Jeff Sims, will make his first or second start at Arizona State this weekend as they take on Utah. He has no stats in 25, Bach. In 24, he was 13 of 25 for 168 yards, 0 touchdowns, and guess what? 0 interceptions. I didn't see the fumble list, Bach, but I'm hoping he had 0 fumbles.
Yeah, I don't know how many fumbles he had. Of course, again, stepped in for that one game that he did start last year against Cincinnati. They lost 24-14. Of course, Arizona State, a pretty darn good team outside of that game. And he was 12 of 23 for 155 yards in that game. I mean, it does have to say something about his play that he's still holding down the backup quarterback job there at Arizona State. Obviously, with Sam Leavitt, one of the best quarterbacks in the nation, you wouldn't think that they would just keep him there. I mean, obviously he missed a game last year, so they kept him there because they believe he's got an opportunity. He hasn't been surpassed by anybody else. But I mean, if you say Jeff Sims, I think of the worst quarterback I've ever seen at Nebraska. And I don't mean that to be rude. I'm being honest. It's just the play on the field. I think he's a better quarterback than what he showed at Nebraska, but he was unplayable here. And it got to be that point. So, I mean, we'll see. It looks like I'm pulling up his picture. Got rid of the dreads for this year, so maybe that was part of the problem. But he's going to look a little bit different out there. But we'll see. I mean, I expect a turnover too. I can't help but tell you any otherwise, because that's was my viewing of Jeff Sims was absolute disaster waiting to happen. Again, I hope that he's. I think he's better than that. He was better than that at his previous stop, though he did have a lot of turnovers there too. So it wasn't like it was completely coming out of nowhere. But I expect him to be a little bit better than what we saw him in a Husker uniform. I still have to predict Utah there.
Wasn't he a junior when he transferred?
Yeah, I think
here?
he was. He's in his 6th year.
Yeah, he's 20 what? 25.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah,
like
25.
That.
Are these the last?
He's 23.
23. 6 years?
He'll be 24 by the time the season ends.
Isn't this the last go around, Bach, for the old thing that with the older guys with the what was it, the COVID thing?
The COVID year. So I would think so because his first year was at Georgia Tech was the COVID year in 2020.
Yeah.
Yeah. His career, by the way, 31 touchdowns, 29 interceptions. So he might still be on the better side of it before it's all said and done. At Nebraska, 1 touchdown, 6 interceptions.
How many fumbles?
I gotta pull that up. Yeah,
8 probably.
Plenty of fumbles.
All right, Bach, we can skip that part. All right, Bach, one of those teams will most likely get upset this weekend. I'm going to give you my 4, Bach, and let me see which one you say will most likely get beat this weekend. All right, first matchup, number 15, Michigan against USC. Number 8, Alabama versus 14, Missouri. 6, Oklahoma versus Texas. Number 10, UGA versus Auburn. Which one of these teams, Bach, do you expect to get upset this weekend out of this group?
Well, I got a close eye on a few of those games. I would probably lean a little bit toward USC. I mean, that USC Michigan game, a clash of styles, as we know, kind of a passing offense versus a rushing offense. And I think that's very much the fight for the 4th spot in the Big Ten as of right now. And I know Illinois would have something to say about that, but I'm expecting and in this conversation thinking they will lose to Ohio State, which will put them back a little bit. So I think whoever wins this game is up there. And I don't feel like it would be a monumental upset if USC won. In fact, I think they're favored by 2.5 going into this game. So that's probably the right call by me. I do think Michigan's going to win, not to give away my pick. But I mean, I wouldn't bet too much on it because this seems like a pretty evenly matched game. And then the other one that I think out of that group to looking out for is Missouri. Missouri will be the home team. Alabama feels like they're back, right? It feels like they're starting to get that respect. They climbed back up to number 8. We'll see. They've been getting better, but I like Missouri and the strides that they've made over the last couple of years. Last year didn't quite live up to expectations, lost a few games by a few points. And so everybody kind of forgot about them. But over the last 3 years, that's a very solid program. And this one is a chance to put them back on the map, get them in the top 10 if they get a victory.
Well, sounds like you already lost 2 games this weekend when you just gave me 2 of your answers away. So you're 0-2 right now, Bob. We're just going to.
Hey, the games haven't been played. We'll see. You got a favorite of that group of potential upset there?
I would go Oklahoma, Texas. Always a good shootout right there in the Red River. If I had to go with number 2, probably be USC upsetting Michigan. I think they will win it anyway. I don't think Michigan's I know their front 7 are good. I don't know about their back end of their defense, and especially for Mendoza and stuff. Well, not Mendoza, but who's their quarterback?
Underwood?
No, for USC.
Jaden Maiava.
Jaden Maiava. You know, that's going to be a great game. I right now, I'm going USC right now. If I had to pick it in the next 15 minutes, we'll see.
Yeah. Really call from Kenny Wilhite, by the way, to help us make our picks
this
week.
Text line, you will still make your picks.
Yes.
But Kenny Wilhite will make his own picks, and we will try to get things rolling when we come back from the break. But we still got a little bit more stuff to go.
I was gonna say we gotta beat the text line. If you're out there listening in text line, you might know that so far this year, I think they've got the lead. Don't they have a 1-game lead on you?
1 game lead on me.
Yeah, I think I'm 2 games back behind the text line. So
I was
5.
I was 5 back, Bob.
You've done a good job. Week 0 was didn't you start like 0-5 or something?
Like 1-3.
Yeah, it wasn't a good start.
Yeah, but I'm picking up steam, and y'all don't want to get me when I'm getting hot.
What'd you go 9-1 last week? Something like that. Maybe 8-2. Was last 2 weeks you've done well.
I went 10-2 to 1 week.
Maybe that's what it was. Yeah.
And then I went 8-2 this week.
Yeah.
So
we'll see. We'll see what happens. I still won last year, so I'm still gonna say that I'm the defending champ, at least in that. But that Oklahoma Texas game you mentioned too, I am intrigued by that because I believe Texas won that game last year like 34-3.
Yeah.
And you know, and they came in the number 1 team. Everybody's still kind of thinking, oh, did Oklahoma make the move to the SEC at the right time? All it takes us is 5 or 6 weeks. We'll completely change our narratives. Now Oklahoma's in the top 10, and a lot of people think that they're going to win that game handily against Texas, who's been struggling with Arch Manning. But again, maybe those narratives were there for a reason. Maybe not.
I think Arch Manning makes a statement tomorrow. I'm picking Texas. I'm rolling with the Texans.
Wow.
I'm rolling with my upset streak, Bob, because I know.
Yeah. Well, John Mateer, a big part of that too is John Mateer going to play. He's trending toward it. Could be, you know, after missing a couple games, probably not in the Heisman race, but could, you know, is that caliber. And so that's why I feel like Oklahoma might win that game. The other one is a stat that I know you were bringing up earlier, and I don't think we have in front of us, but you know, Sark doesn't have a great record against the top 10 either. Much like James Franklin, he's come up short in a lot of those games.
Oh yeah, he you could pull that mask off. It might be James Franklin if you pull it off in the Halloween contest. Yeah, Texas haven't been very good at playing versus team. They was 0-2 versus Georgia last year. They did make it all the way to the championship game, lost to Ohio State. I think if they're gonna want to get things rolling positive in a positive direction, they have to win this game tomorrow.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. You know, there's a couple teams out there in that category, but Texas, hey, you don't want to start rolling downhill too quickly. 3 losses before you get kind of the midpoint of the season. It would be intriguing to see what happens for the preseason number 1 going around the corner. with that. So we've got plenty more picks to make. We'll make those picks later here in the next segment.
All right, Bock, longest win streak in college football. It goes up every week, Bock. You know who number one is?
I do now.
Who is it?
Because you keep updating me every week. It's Memphis.
Memphis, 10 games. Number 2, Ohio State, 10 games. Number 3, dun, 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 Navy.
Okay, yeah.
Number 4, Missouri.
Oh.
And Navy are 8 games apiece. Number 5, BYU, 7. Number 6, Ole Miss, 7. How you like that, Bob? Not good winning. I mean, sometimes you would like a 20-game winning streak, a 14, 15-game winning streak. But, Ohio State and Memphis, 10-game winning streak dating back to last year. So, it's looking pretty good for those two teams.
Yeah, again, I think that kind of tells you more about the parity of the sport. You don't have a team just kind of dominating, looking down on everybody. Ohio State will be interesting to see when they finally do go down. Like I said, I'm kind of counting Illinois out. Others would say maybe that's foolish. It is at Illinois this week. Ohio State traveling there. That could be an upset pick that we don't see coming. And usually there is one of those, right? I mean, there's the UCLA game last year. There's games we're not going to pick in our 10 games that we do pick that might end up being the big upset of the week. But yeah, Ohio State and Julian Sain's getting a little bit more comfortable within every week playing for Ohio State. I think he's up to like 80% completion percentage. And then the on the other side of the ball, their defense is giving up like 5 points a game. And it's consistent. Like teams are scoring like 6 or 7 or 3. I mean, that's not from shutting out a few bad opponents and, giving up 21 to somebody else. They are locked in so far.
All right, Bob, we have to give away a Bar 48 gift certificate today. Are you ready for the answer?
I'm ready.
The question.
I'm ready for the question. Yeah.
All right, the question. Deshaun Singleton won Defensive Player of the Week for the Big Ten. Who was the last Husker to win Big Ten Defensive Player of the Week?
Good question. Text in to 402-464-5685 is how you can win $25 to Bar 48. That's the Starter Heyman text line, 402-464-5685. We might have to start giving hints here because it is, do you have to go back in time a little bit?
2021.
2021. That is back in time a little bit.
Not bad. The 90s are back in town, Bob. That's back in time.
Well, yeah, but I mean, just for a weekly award,
Yeah.
we do have the correct answer. I believe, is it JoJo Domann?
Yes, it's JoJo Domann.
Oh, there we go.
October 4th, 2021.
We had a few people text that in. Matthew and Hickman was first, saying off the top of my head, JoJo Domann. So congratulations, Matthew and Hickman. We'll go ahead and write you down as the winner. JoJo Domann, it's been that long. That's too long. You got to win more often.
All right, Bob. These teams right here are one win away from bowling. Navy, North Texas, Virginia, UNLV, Missouri, Georgia Tech, Miami, BYU, Illinois, Texas A&M, Iowa State, Indiana, OSU, Oregon, Oklahoma, Western Kentucky, Fresno State, Texas Tech, Ole Miss, and Vandy. If they win tomorrow, all of these teams will be bowl eligible already this season. I want Nebraska to be bowl eligible early, so we can just, stop worrying. So at the end of the season or taking it all the way to the end, last game of the season, that freaks me out.
Well, and you'd like to think too, like Nebraska, if you get your 5th win tomorrow, maybe you're not even thinking about bowl eligibility. You got eyes on the bigger prize, but unfortunately, Nebraska's been in that position a couple of times in the last couple of years where you get to 5 and then you get stuck. And then comes November and you can't win any games. So I even just talking about it kind of makes me shiver a little bit inside because of what you're saying. I hope we're not in that position again this year for Nebraska. Obviously, that would mean things are not going well this month, and then things will not be going well at the beginning of November. There's just higher expectations on the team. If Nebraska's looking for bowl eligibility against Iowa, it's going to be a pretty cranky town in general over the next couple months.
All righty. Bock in the Black Shirt here on 93.7 The Ticket.
Nebraska Lottery.
Do you have a new lotto game called Nebraska Pick 4?
Yes, sir. It costs just $1 to play. There's a $6,000 top prize with drawings every day, and you can choose from 6 different bet types.
Kind of like Nebraska Pick 3 with a bigger jackpot and more bet options?
Yes, sir. Any other questions I can answer?
Yeah, I misplaced my phone. Do you know where it is?
You're using it.
Ah, so I am. You lottery people know everything.
Straight bet top prize odds 1 in 10,000.
I can't believe I just scratched that car. Find my insurance card.
Dude, what do you have in this glove box? Ew, are these socks dirty?
Oh, forget about the socks. I need my insurance card.
Just pull it up on the State Farm mobile app.
But I can do that? Oh, hey, I can do that.
Yep, it's called service.
I can file a claim on here too?
Yeah, it's called service.
Whoa, I can call my agent too?
It's called service.
Call your local State Farm agent, Vinny Krikak, today at 402-474-1173.
Limitless Male says it's all fun and games until your testosterone plummets. Testosterone levels can start falling as early as age 30 with symptoms like no energy, poor sleep, brain fog, belly fat, muscle loss, and mood swings. If this sounds familiar, get your testosterone checked at Limitless Male. We'll get you back in the game with more strength, energy, and confidence. When you feel this good, you'll wonder why you waited so long to get a free consult at Limitless Male. Get scheduled today.
Drink locally and support local business during Lincoln's Craft Beer Week, October 11th through the 18th. Great beer, cider, distillates, and more are made right here in Lincoln. For more info, visit lincoln.org/beer-week. Brought to you by Visit Lincoln. Remember to enjoy responsibly.
This is Bill Mitchner, Executive Director of Lincoln Lighthouse. Did you know Lighthouse provides multiple programs for students such as one-on-one tutoring and mentoring, as well as pro-social skill exercises, while providing them a nourishing meal and a safe space during all months of the year, even during school breaks? Learn more or contribute to Lighthouse at lincolnlighthouse.org today.
Are you looking to upgrade or improve the garage door on your home? This is Cameron Hall of Doors Plus. At Doors Plus, we guarantee to offer a wide selection of options from 5 leading garage door manufacturers as we deliver a free estimate, exact measurements, and rapid installation with a 3 to 5 week time frame. When you choose Doors Plus for your residential garage door needs, you'll work with our experienced technicians and be ensured that your new door seamlessly complements your home. Give us a call at 402-590-5800 or visit us online at DoorsPlusLLC.com. Doors Plus, garage doors, and more.
Start your Sundays off right with Jeff and Nicole Essink on Fitness Fanatics. Jeff and Nicole discuss health and wellness, how to achieve fitness goals, and more through the life of gym owners and gym goers. It's Fitness Fanatics from 9 to 11 a.m. on Sundays on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Drink locally and support local business during Lincoln's Craft Beer Week, October 11th through the 18th. Great beer, cider, distillates, and more are made right here in Lincoln. For more info, visit lincoln.org/beer-week. Brought to you by Visit Lincoln. Remember to enjoy responsibly. Attention all Wings fans, Buffalo Wings and Rings has daily specials that will make you want to stop in on all days of the week. Kids eat free on Mondays, and on Tuesdays enjoy 40% off boneless or traditional wings at a price that makes the whole family happy. And come back on Wednesdays for $1.39 chicken tenders all day long. Get to Wings and Rings today, 68th and O or in Williamsburg Village. Select Plumbing and Utility has been serving Lincoln and the surrounding area for 14 years, and they're not slowing down. Select Plumbing and Utility handles all your plumbing needs from faucets and water heaters to full renovations, and they can even help with your heating and cooling needs. They're also Lincoln's underground experts, repairing and replacing broken underground water and sewer lines since day one. Contact Select Plumbing and Utility today at 402-560-6197, assuring excellence in every situation, opportunity, and challenge. That's 402-560-6197.
Hi, Sean Callahan here, and I've got some great news for you. Copple Chevrolet GMC is proud to be the #1 fastest growing GMC dealer in the Omaha and Lincoln metros. Copple is also celebrating its 50th anniversary. We want to say thank you to all of our customers that have helped us reach these milestones. So come see why so many customers, including myself, are choosing Copple Chevrolet GMC for their automotive needs. Please check us out at copplecars.com.
Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits is your place in North Lincoln to go for all your needs in wine, spirits, and beer. They also have a large variety of cigars in their walk-in humidor, and they have a top-notch walk-in temperature-controlled high-end wine room. Plus, you can enjoy free samples from their tasting bar. There's only one place to go for all your needs for spirits and cigars. That's Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits on North 27th Street in Lincoln.
You're listening to Bock and the Blackshirt, on air and online at theticketfm.com.
Welcome back to Bock and the Blackshirt here on 93.7 The Ticket. Bock, you got some news for us.
Well, yeah, we just gave out a Bar 48 gift card. We also want to give you a chance to win $1,000. It's time for the IBA $1,000 cash contest. Keyword, Texas, this word that I give you into 508-777-1000, or head to our website and click on Cash Blitz to enter. Once again, that's 508-777-1000. All right, today's keyword is spree. That's spelled S-P-R-E-E. I messed that up a little bit, so I'll respell it for you. S-P, I can't do it. S-P-R-E-E to 508-777-1000. I didn't know spree was a difficult word for me to spell, but now I know. And if you could figure out how to spell it and text it into 508-777-1000, you may win $1,000.
All right, Bock. Here we go, y'all. It's the pick'ems for this week. Bill and Bennett, they missed you last week. I think they had a bad turn. Hey, we got Kenny Wilhite on the line. Bock, Kenny, you ready?
Oh, I'm ready. How are you?
I'm all right, my man. Let's get it.
All right, let me get some music going for us, just to get us in the picks mood here as we get ready for college football this week. And let's start off with Ohio State at Illinois. Ohio State favored by 14.5. $83 to get in. Remember how this worked. Text line, text in your pick. The first to do so gets the beat to represent the pick for the text line.
I'll go first.
We'll let Terrell go first. Yeah.
OSU.
No surprise pick there. I'm going Ohio State as well. Kenny, are you feeling like this is the upset pick?
No, I'm going to go with my gut and go with Ohio State.
All right. I think that's probably going to be a sweep across the board. I believe, yes, we do have a pick from the text line. Old Dad says Ohio State. Interesting one here. Alabama at Missouri, number 8. Crimson Tide at the 14-ranked Tigers. Alabama favored by 2.5, $141 to get into this game.
Roll Tide.
I think this could be a close game, but I've got to go with Bama as well.
Thought you was going Missouri, Bob.
No.
So, with that being said, I'm going to go against the grain, and I'm going to say Missouri pulls this one out.
There you go. Even though they didn't give you a scholarship, you're still sticking by the Tigers.
Even though they didn't recruit, I'm going to say they pulled this one out.
All right, fair enough. And on the text line, the first pick agrees with Kenny. Bill in Bennett says Mizzou gets the win. How about the big game this week? I know Terrell's going to be watching a lot of this one. Number 7, Indiana at number 3, Oregon. Oregon favored by 7.5, $124 to get into this game.
Ooh. Give me Dan Landon and Oregon.
Oregon, there you go. I'd like to see Indiana get the win. I'll be cheering for him, but I do think Oregon. Daniel Lanning still hasn't lost a Big Ten regular season game. I think that continues here.
Yeah, I'm going to go with you, Buck. I'd like to see Indiana kind of pull this one out, but I can't go against Coach Lanning.
There we go. Text line, do we have a pick yet from the text line on Oregon and Indiana? Looks like a couple Oregon picks coming in, so we'll stick with that. Interesting one in the Red River Shootout. John Mateer might play as Oklahoma's quarterback against Texas. Oklahoma's ranked 6th. Texas is unranked, but Texas is favored by 2.5. $268 to get into this game.
Ooh, that's a lot of money.
A lot of money.
Horns up, Bach. Let's go. I'm going Texas. Bach with the upset.
Yeah, like I said earlier, I do not like Steve Sarkisian's record against top 10 teams, so I'm going with Oklahoma.
Well, Farley, I think you're the odd man out on this one as much as I think OU pulls this out with their quarterback. If he's playing, they're going to pull this one out.
There we go. Pick for the Sooners and text line, all Sooners so far as well. Let's go to Florida at Texas A&M. Florida has been able to pull the upset as of recently. Texas A&M favored by 7.5 here, $109 to get in.
Can somebody else go first? Y'all standing looking at me all the time.
No, you know, Bob. He said he wanted to go first. Let him go first.
I'll go first. Hey, just like last week, I expect the University of Florida to pull off the upset with the receiver coming back, and he's a bad man. I'm going with Florida.
I don't mind that pick, actually. I'm going to bite down and pick Florida as well. Texas A&M's been sliding by a lot of these games close. I think Florida jumps up and chomps them.
Well, I guess I'm the only lone soldier on this one. I'm gonna go with A&M Aggies.
Well, there you go. Sticking by Trev. Is that what we're reading?
the fighting Trev Albert.
Right. Bill and Bennett picking A&M with you. So there you go. At least the text line's on your side. Let's go to Michigan at USC. Number 15, Michigan at USC. Similar to the Oklahoma-Texas matchup, though, the unranked team is actually the favorite, according to Vegas. USC favored by 2.5 playing at the Coliseum. $142 to get into this game.
I'm a Trojan man. I'm a Trojan man.
Oh, Lord.
I don't know.
USC.
Yeah, there you go. I do know what you're going with that's from, but I'm gonna steer clear of that and just pick Michigan. I think the ground game beats the air attack this week.
Mark, I'm going to side with you on this one. I think that ground game, that ground and pound is going to wear down USC, so I'm going to pick Michigan.
Good pick. The text line disagrees, though. D-Man picking in.
That's right,
USC.
D-Man. I'm a Trojan man. I'm a Trojan man.
Let's get to the rivalry from Terrell, the Trojan man's neck of the woods. Georgia at Auburn. Number 10, Georgia, favored by 3.5 here. $209 to get into this one.
Well, here's the thing. I think Kirby worked his butt off to get his defense back right. Georgia is a little farther from me to Auburn. Auburn is closer for me. But I'm a Bulldog all the way.
That's right.
Hey, you should have taken that long. You know who you was going to pick. Come on, bro.
Hey, I'll keep it short and sweet, Bulldog.
Mute his mic. No, I'm just playing.
I'll come with you, short and sweet, Bulldog.
There we go. Not expecting the upset there. And the text line, all Georgia Bulldogs across the board. How about Kansas at number 9, Texas Tech? Texas Tech now favored in this game by 14.5, $106 to get into it. But Kansas, Jaden Daniels has had a heck of a season. Unfortunately, it seems a lot of times like he's doing himself. I'll go ahead and make the pick at the top. Texas Tech is my pick.
Yeah, I've done been going past Texas Tech. Let me stay with them this time because I've been picking against them for the last 2 weeks. Texas Tech Red Raiders, please, sir.
I'm going to keep it short and sweet. Red Raiders also.
There we go. All Texas Tech. Any rock chalk on the text line? Nope. All Texas Tech as well. So the Red Raiders looking like they're getting the win there. Here's a curveball. I don't know if you've seen this, Kenny, yet, but Jeff Sims will be starting for Arizona State as their quarterback Sam Leavitt is setting out. So the Sun Devils travel to take on Utah. Utah favored by 5.5, $61 to get into this game.
Let Kenny go first.
All right, we'll let Kenny go first.
You want me to go first?
Yeah.
You want me to go first?
Nah, I want God to go first. You go first, Kenny.
Boy, you are something else, man. I tell you, boy, you show like you put yourself out there, but then you don't like to put yourself out there. I'm going to go Utah.
There you go, Utah with the pick. I also will pick Utah. Might have done it anyway, but now that Jeff Sims is starting, I sure will.
What's the text line got, Bob?
Let's see if there's a whole lot of faith on Jeff Sims on the text line. A lot of Utahs. So a couple picks. Utah because of Sims effect. Utah. Too many Sims turnover.
Ooh-wee. I guess I'll go Jeff Sims, baby.
That's right.
ASU.
Wow. You put yourself out there.
Yeah.
I'm a winner. I know what I'm doing.
All right.
Okay.
We'll see. He's making some upset picks this week. So far, it's done well on the year. Let's get to the big main event here. Nebraska at Maryland. Nebraska favored by 6.5. Been a little bit cheaper as the week goes on to get into that game. Last I checked, $26 will do it for you. I already made my pick earlier today. I'll reinstate it now. I think the rain and the weather does mess with these offenses a little bit. I think it's a little low scoring than some predictions. I got 24-14 Huskers.
Farley, don't get quiet now.
All right, Bock.
Man.
All right, Bock. Let's see. Rain, sack leaders, less sacks against offense. Maryland 31-24.
Wow. You think there's gonna be that many points scored with that rain?
Maryland 31-24.
There's the pick.
Okay. Farley has spoken. I'm gonna say Maryland 21-17.
You think Maryland gets the win too?
Yeah.
All right, Maryland 21-17. Let's see if we get anything from the text line here. Looks like some Nebraska picks from Old Dad, the first one to represent. So I guess I'm standing out there. I got to ask you, Kenny, we'll get Terrell is to further expand on that as well. But while we got you on the line here, Kenny, why do you think the Huskers fall a little bit short?
I just think ground. Let me backpedal a little bit. Let me backpedal a little bit. Whoever can control the line of scrimmage will win this game with that type of weather. I don't know if we can sustain that on both sides of the ball. That's why I chose Maryland. I would love for them to prove me wrong. I just don't know. Just looking back, whoever wins the battle up front will win this game. That's why I just chose Maryland, because I think up front wise they're a little bit better than us.
Well, there you have it. Terrell, what are your thoughts behind picking Maryland here?
Well, I picked Maryland because they're a great passing team. Nebraska has the number one passing defense, but I don't think we played anyone that's going to pass like this team right here. And to think about it, that's just my 2 cents. I think Maryland's going to be better prepared, especially at home this time of year. I think they get a little crowd behind them, and we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, we definitely will. Kenny, we appreciate you joining us here via the Aloe Fiber VIP line, and we look forward to talking with you Tuesday, hopefully breaking down a Nebraska victory.
I appreciate you, brother. I look forward to it on Tuesday also.
All right, there he goes. Kenny joins us every Tuesday to break down the latest Husker game in the world of sports. So there you have it. You guys are the bad guys as we're leaving now. You're picking the Maryland Terrapins here. I thought I might.
I just wanted to give y'all a free game.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
that was it. I just wanted to give y'all a free game because I'm gonna pick up some slack on some other picks that I picked. So I wanted to give y'all a game, and that's what I gave y'all.
Yeah. Well, we'll appreciate it, but it goes down in the record as a Maryland thing.
It's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. I'll be up 2 or 3 anyway.
I was gonna say you might be.
Matter.
You can be bragging if Nebraska does lose. At least there'll be something to look forward to on Monday.
93.7 The Ticket. Bock in the Black Shirt. We'll be right back.
Go Hog Wild Pit Barbecue.
It's hard to choose a favorite at Hog Wild, but I'd have to say it's their award-winning ribs. Hog Wild buys their meat from those who share their high-quality standards, then hand rubs each slab with their famous seasoning blend and slow smokes them over hickory each and every day for flavor and tenderness you're gonna keep coming back for. Order online at GoHogWild.com. Hog Wild Pit Barbecue, 3210 Cornhusker Highway in Lincoln.
But don't be late, we close at 8.
Select Plumbing and Utility has been serving Lincoln and the surrounding area for 14 years, and they're not slowing down. Select Plumbing and Utility handles all your plumbing needs, from faucets and water heaters to full renovations, and they can even help with your heating and cooling needs. They're also Lincoln's underground experts, repairing and replacing broken underground water and sewer lines since day one. Contact Select Plumbing and Utility today at 402-560-6197, assuring excellence in every situation, opportunity, and challenge. That's 402-560-6197.
Did you know that deer collisions are covered under the comprehensive portion of your car insurance?
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Infrastructure, a veteran-owned local company proudly serving Lincoln, Lancaster County, and the surrounding areas. Bauer provides quality work at an affordable price, and they're growing rapidly. If you want to experience a career with a fast-paced, family-friendly environment, visit BauerInfrastructure.com. They have top-of-the-line benefits, year-round work, even through the winter. Bauer, usher in the new era of infrastructure to an area near you. And as always, go Big Red.
Did you know that deer collisions are covered under the comprehensive portion of your car insurance? That means like with hail damage or vandalism, since they are out of your control, they don't usually raise your insurance rates. And that's a good thing since most deer don't carry liability insurance. At Eustace Body Shop, we fixed all kinds of animal collision damage from cows to raccoons, bobcats, and even turkeys. We can't do much for the animal, but we can get your car back on all fours and looking like new again.
The most recommended Eustace Body Shop. That's who we are.
This fall, Baumgars has everything you need to get your farm ready for the season. Don't miss Fall Discount Day this Saturday, October 11th, for one day only. Get 17% off regular priced items. That's right, 17% off. From the barn to the backyard, Baumgars has you covered for all your field, farm, and fall fix-ups. Some exclusions apply. See a store associate for details. Baumgars, what you need, when you need it.
Drink locally and support local business during Lincoln's Craft Beer Week, October 11th through the 18th. Great beer, cider, distillates, and more are made right here in Lincoln. For more info, visit lincoln.org/beer-week. Brought to you by Visit Lincoln. Remember to enjoy responsibly.
A business's phone is the lifeline to its customers and potential clients. That's why it's so important that you can take calls seamlessly from anywhere, whether you're on the road or in the office. Hamilton Business Technologies can help ensure your phone rings wherever you are. We can equip your headquarters and any of its locations with the right tools for smooth, professional call handling. As the official business IT partner of the Huskers, we know how to keep Nebraska businesses connected. Learn more at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
Are you looking to upgrade or improve the garage door on your home? This is Cameron Hall of Doors Plus. At Doors Plus, we guarantee to offer a wide selection of options from 5 leading garage door manufacturers as we deliver a free estimate, exact measurements, and rapid installation with a 3 to 5 week time frame. When you choose Doors Plus for your residential garage door needs, you'll work with our experienced technicians and be ensured that your new door seamlessly complements your home. Give us a call at 402-590-5800 or visit us online at DoorsPlusLLC.com. Doors Plus, garage doors, and more.
MHC isn't a new company, just a new name. Moe's Moving is now Moe's Home and Commercial. Whether moving across town or across the state, MHC Moving has you covered, specializing in home, apartment, assisted, and independent living moves. MHC can handle your commercial moves as well. MHC Moving has 0 hidden fees. You'll never pay for same-day booking or be charged for stairs, heavy items, or elevator fees. Rates are the same Monday through Saturday, and you will never pay a truck or fuel surcharge. And they offer payment plans through PayPal. Call MHC Moving today at 402-853-7167 or go to mhcmoving.com.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals just like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
In every office, there's 2 types of people. There are those who bring in bagels and those who eat the bagels that someone else brought in. Everybody likes the first person. Be that first person. Weekday mornings at 7:30, you have a chance to win a business box of bagels from Bagels & Joe. All you have to do is shut up, Sipple. 2 questions for you, 2 for Sip. Win, and the bagels are yours. Lose, well, you don't want to lose.
You lost Monday, you lost Wednesday, you're a loser.
Shut up, Sipple. Weekday mornings at 7:30, brought to you by Bagels & Joe.
When your home fills up with family, Allo Fiber makes sure that space is a happy place for everyone. Allo Fiber experts install it all. And full service means step-by-step support, guiding you through everything so you can stay connected to what matters. And the family can always feel at home. Put the game on, and don't worry about your Wi-Fi calling a timeout. Better TV and internet service is one connection away. Call Allo at 866-481-2556 or visit allofiber.com.
You're listening to Bock and the Blackshirt, on air and online at theticketfm.com.
All right, welcome back to 93.7 The Ticket, Bock and the Black Shirt. We're on Monday through Friday from 1 to 3. All right, Bob, here's my question to you. Does Oregon need a statement win over Indiana after the Penn State collapse?
Not necessarily. Oregon just needs to focus on what they're doing. If they can slide by Indiana, then so be it. If they blow them out, even better. But I think Oregon, especially when you ask from that perspective, they've been here. They went undefeated last year. They won the Big Ten. I think they're. It's unfortunate to say it in today's day and age of college football, but I think they're more postseason focused than regular season as far as the fan base goes. Obviously, team, you got to go week by week. You got to get to the playoffs. You got to win those games to get there. But again, if you look at their schedule and breaking down this Indiana game, I mentioned it earlier with the Indiana kind of opens up for them and they could go undefeated. Same thing here for Oregon. They've got USC on the schedule late November 22nd, but that looks like their only opponent that might be ranked. They've also got Iowa and Washington road games against those teams, potentially maybe ranked. Maybe Minnesota goes on a run. But you look at after this game, it's at Rutgers, Wisconsin, at Iowa, Minnesota at home, USC at home, and at Washington. So this is the biggest test remaining for both those teams.
All right, Bach. Let's just talk about some takeaways or some keys to the victory for Maryland. For the Maryland game tomorrow. I'm gonna give you three quick keys to victory for Nebraska that I think they need to hop on for this game. Special teams. I think leave it alone. Let it do what it do. I think they've been doing great at special teams. Blocking punts, getting touchdowns off special teams. Great field return. Great field position when they do get a great return from Ja'Cory Barney. I think defense is solid on passing wise. Still need to fix some holes and gaps that persist in the running game a little bit. In offense, I think they need to just block great for Dillon. I'll give him some time. Establish a running game early. I think that's one of the main things that this offense can do, is especially when it's wet outside, try to control the line of scrimmage, try to open up holes for Emmett, let him work his magic, and then come with some bootlegs or some little short passing games for Dylan Raiola.
Yeah, I like those keys. I think those are right on. I mean, you look at Maryland's rushing offense, and they've talked about it. They said earlier, kind of in this week, their head coach there did. I was talking about maybe running the ball a little bit more against Nebraska. It's been, Nebraska's got the number one pass defense, so maybe you'd have a little bit more of an opportunity to run against them. But they averaged 93 yards per game on the ground. That's what I've kind of been saying all week is maybe if I'm them, a few more designed runs from Malik Washington might be a good idea. They haven't done that too much this year. He's a freshman. He's 6'5". He prefers to pass, use that big arm, but he can scramble and he can move. But he's only got 22 yards rushing on the season. Once again, that's not one of those college football stats where you take away the sacks. He's only been sacked twice, so that's not factoring in too much. So I'm interested to see if they do get that ground game going. I agree with you. If Nebraska can establish that early, will be huge for the Huskers. Obviously, to me, though, the key of the game on the Maryland side is to stop them from passing. That's what they do. They lead the Big Ten in pass attempts per game. Their passing offense averages 256 yards a game compared to the rushing offense of 93. Clearly, they lean into that. Nebraska's got the number one passing defense, and we've said all along, yeah, but who have they faced and all this? But they've got some pretty darn good numbers. This is a team that relies on passing, so they will be tested in that. If you can make them one-dimensional, make them run the ball, which sounds a little bit weird considering Nebraska's been gashed at times in rush defense, but that will take them out of their element. On the other side, it is again another thing that's been talked about all week, but it stands out as the biggest thing is the sacks. I mean, you can't have them stall too many drives for you if you're Nebraska, especially if it's a close game. Every drive counts, and they're a team that gets to the quarterback. Again, tied or fourth in the nation, 3.8 sacks per game. Nebraska, of course, giving up 3 sacks per game in the nation. That's 119th in the nation. And we talked about it earlier this week. It's tough. If you've given up 12 sacks over the last 2 weeks and 5 to Michigan State, it's hard to imagine a team like Maryland, who specializes in getting to the quarterback, that's one of their strengths of the team, isn't going to cause you some havoc. So Nebraska, hopefully, in this tape, it's one thing to be overmatched against Michigan. It's another for Michigan State to really really kind of bother you there. Cincinnati got 3 sacks against Nebraska. They got to stop this trend, whether that be screens, short design plays, whatever it might be, to figure out. And hopefully they've done something to kind of figure out and address that issue, because they're dropping back quite a bit for a team that struggles to pass protect.
All right, Bob. That's all I have for the Huskers versus Maryland. Jay and Austin will be up next. Nick will call high school football tonight.
That's right.
Husker volleyball tonight. So go check them out. The pinstripe, or what they call it? Stripe?
Yeah, stripes.
Stripes.
Yeah.
I guess. I don't know.
Pinstripes is for the Yankees.
Oh, yeah. And also, Major League Baseball playoffs still going on.
Yeah, that's right.
NBA basketball starting up on the 12th. So let's get ready. Hockey has already
NHL,
kicked it off. Hey, we are in the month of sports. 93.7 The Ticket. Bock in the Black Shirt. We'll see you Monday.